Welcome, baby. The NPC presents Smooth Finish with our hosts Rob Romano, Chris Marcano, and Brent Lane. These guys have more chemistry than your entire test kit. Ever enlightening and striving to be entertaining. So let's dive into their latest episode of the NPC's Smooth Finish.
All right, folks, well, we're off. Welcome to Smooth Finish. We're going to talk to you guys today about our upcoming conference coming in February at the Westin Anaheim Resort. It's going to be February 18th through the 20th. It's our 37th annual conference. And I have our favorite guest with us, Miss Laura. How are you doing, Laura Eaton?
Hi, guys. I'm doing great. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
And, of course, Robbie Romano and Chris Marcano, the old crew here.
That's right.
Hey, guys.
We have a full house today, and I'd like to point out for those that are not watching on our videos, which you should, never a dull moment, that Laura and I, our esteemed guests, got the memo on the uniforms. We're proudly wearing our NPC Luau Hawaiian shirts. And I've gone a step further myself because I saw Laura was wearing some NPC Derby Duck earrings. So I had to go fetch my sparkling, bedazzled Mickey Mouse ears because I don't know about you all, but I know one thing that's out there in Anaheim besides the prestigious 37th National Plasterers Conference. It's Disney, and I am ready.
Disney.
Yeah, I still have the shirt somewhere. I think it's way in the back of my closet. What about you, Robbie?
That's where mine is. It's buried in there somewhere. That black hole.
You just can't. This is why you two cannot have nice things, right? You just can't have nice things.
We have a lot of nice things.
Yeah,
in the back.
I'm looking forward to our.
Yeah,
I'm
Laura's
looking
got a
forward
great
to
idea for the next conference.
Sorry, I keep talking over you. It's got to be my mic.
Go, Robbie, go.
I was just saying, I was looking forward to our new jerseys that we're going to be wearing at this year's conference. I'm excited about that.
Absolutely.
That's where I was going. We're both excited about the same thing because Laura's got great ideas.
She does.
Well, I really like us all to match and like to have a theme. And, it's like, hey, it just kind of immediately turns it into a party, right? Everybody's got matching outfits and they're feeling good and they're feeling fun and it sets the vibe.
Yeah, speaking of that, so we are fresh off, and I mean fresh off. I didn't get home until last night, but we were at our, fall, winter pre-conference committee meetings in St. Louis this weekend, and it was an amazing time. Not only did we put together another spectacular, kind of put the finishing touches on a spectacular conference for you guys, but, the committees have a good time. There's work in the room during the day, but we did such great things, and we had a gracious host in the area of Ryan Shilley of Shilley Plastering. He really put on some fun stuff for us to go and do, and I just keep encouraging folks. You really should involve yourself. You get a lot done, and you're able to give back to the industry. At the same time, get a little bit of fun time on your own and get to connect with people in the industry. I'm sure Laura, Rob, you can share some highlights of this last weekend that we got to do.
Absolutely. Well, I know I stayed for the fun. Rob had to leave a little earlier for his daughter's birthday, which is understandable because family is everything, right? But I got to hang out with my NPC family, and it was really fun. We went on a behind-the-scenes tour of the Busch Stadium where the St. Louis Cardinals play. And we got to go into like the broadcasting box and down into the dugout. And then we went on a tour of the museum where we got to try on actual championship rings. And we got to take pictures swinging Stan Musial's bat. Like, that was pretty cool. And then that night we went to the St. Louis Blues hockey team game, and we had sweet tickets for that. So, I mean, we just got the full package of the hospitality by the Shilleys, and they showed us, all the sports fans. And even if you're not a huge sports fan, it's still a lot of fun, and you're hanging out with your friends from NPC. So it was really a cool time.
Yeah, and I know Jimmy and others took a lot of video and they're gonna put out some stuff here soon. So maybe that'll entice you to see the fun that we have, see the serious parts in the room and people participating, and then some of the fun stuff we get to do after the fact. So what did we plan? Here we go. Let's talk about what we put together for this 30 Cents annual conference.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do a stage or where Chris, this was your idea, and I think it's a great idea, is kind of walk somebody through like what's going to happen at conference. How's it going to go?
Yep.
What are we going to see? What things can't we miss? That type of thing. So
Yep.
I'm going to let you run with that.
Yeah. So I think the best thing to do here, because this is such an amazing event, right? It really is. And if you're planning on going, I think this is a good listen that we can just kind of walk you through what to expect and kind of highlight some of the things that we're really proud of and that that we want to really put up on a pedestal. Some new things, some exciting things, and everybody jump in as we walk through this together. But also, if you're on the fence or if you're just hearing about the NPC and you want to become a member, or you just want to expand your education and your exposure into different, more nuanced portions of the industry, this is going to be a fun little quick, sneak peek behind the curtains where we can talk and walk you through what to expect at the 37th. And let's pause on that for a second. There's not a lot of things in this industry that have endured 37 years, right? Like there really isn't. So it's something to be really impressed with. It's a great venue, and let's just jump into it. So basically, we've got kind of an initial preliminary day. The dates of the event are February 18th through the 20th. It's at the Westin Anaheim Resort this year in Anaheim, beautiful Anaheim, California, where the sun shines almost as brightly as my golden bedazzled Mickey Mouse ears that I'm wearing right now to celebrate.
It's right across the street from Disney Springs there too.
Yeah.
So exactly, you're in the epicenter of fun, right? What can go wrong? I don't care what kind of week you're having. I don't kind of what bad news. The world's burning around us politically. Everything's on fire, but you're going to have a good time at the Disney Springs in Anaheim, California. I can assure you of that. So the actual event is scheduled 18th through the 20th, and we'll walk you through that and kind of highlight some things. But it actually kicks off the day before in reality. You can go in and you can pre-register, show up, and it's recommended show up on the Tuesday, the 17th. There's some preliminary classes that are offered on that Tuesday. And then that's where we do a lot of also the behind the scenes meetings and get a lot of the block and tackling done. There is an executive committee meeting, board meetings, and things like that. So it's not a wasted day. It's one of those things where it's kind of the NPC is always working, right? And it's always working for its members. And that's where a lot of the action happens is on that day one. But show up early, start to rub elbows, start to mingle. It's well worth it, right? So
really, Chris, I'm going to interrupt you for a second because
please.
We just talked about joining a committee and being a part of a committee. That actually means you need to get there for the 16th because our committee meetings will be also at conference. That will be on the 16th. So come make the week out of it is what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
We're going to get together. We're going to go through all the committee stuff. Obviously, there's going to be some fine detailing going on for the conference that's happening in days. But I just thought I'd mention that again. We want to welcome people to that. Make sure they come be a part of it. So back to the action.
Yeah, no, great call out. I'm looking at my schedule selfishly. So on the 16th, you can come get involved. And the great news too, to further elaborate, the early bird discount runs through January 19th, I believe. Laura, does that sound right to you?
I do think that sounds correct. Yes,
okay.
It's definitely in January.
Okay, well, if it isn't, it is now.
It is January 19th.
All right, great. So we've got time. Don't wait, though. Don't put it off. Jump on it now. And to Brent's point, show up Monday. Make a week out of it. It's worth it. Trust me, you will be impressed, and it's going to be a great return on your time investment there. So Monday, Tuesday, there's things to do. Get involved. Go meet people, see people, but also enjoy the location. Right? It's a great time just to hang and take a break because this timing of this show is actually really perfect. in the 25 years I've been in the industry, and I've literally done every show multiple times, every conference for the most part, multiple times. And this one just is staged really well for me. And because it really does kind of get you geared up and ready for the upcoming season. And that's what I always loved about it. This is probably my 15th or 17th NPC conference. And that's the one thing I've truly appreciated. It's kind of a springboard for the season, right? Just the timing of it on the calendar. So Wednesday, the show begins officially. We're off. There's registration throughout the day for people that are straggling in. But we've got a litany of different classes and educational offerings. A couple that I want to point out, there's always a startup certification class. And, Jana, the newly appointed but long-time advocate and member of the NPC, newly appointed director of education, is going to put on some outstanding classes and really put her DNA all over this new educational curriculum. So that's going to be really outstanding. But also, we're doing a startup certification class in Espanol. So we're offering a class in Spanish, and we're really excited about that. So if there's anybody who wants to get certified with the NPC startup certification, jump on it now. Just that alone is so well worth it. Now, we also have...
We're debuting now here, right?
The Spanish?
No, the debut actually, Robbie, is going to be at NESPA. The NESPA show is the first one.
So this will be the first NPC Spanish class.
Yes, that's right.
Startup certification.
Yep.
So breaking news, you heard it here first. So we're gonna, yes, and so we will be also teaching that class. Good plug at the pool show powered by NESPA, of course, our friends over there, our dear friends. So if you are going to be at that too and want to double dip, and you have some Spanish speaking folks in your organization, please take advantage of that as well. And it's just really exciting to be able to offer that and really broaden the audiences and cater the educational deliverables that we can bring to the table. And again, it's all about elevating this sector of the business and the industry, and it's really going to be a very high value class for Spanish speakers out there. My personal favorite is the golf outing. All right, so I think Rob and I are probably the 87th, even though there's only been 87th time defending champions of this. If you think you can take us down, come at us. It's a great golf event. It's really, I'm kidding. It's really, really casual. You just go out, have a Bloody Mary, have a breakfast sandwich. It's, the buses leave at about 8 a.m. or just before. Tee off at 9, so it's not super early. It's really casual. If you suck at golf, nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's just about having fun. It's just about going and hitting balls and being with people and meeting some new folks and having a good time. Now, if golf isn't your thing, there's always the other pastime of the pool industry, and that's drinking copious amounts of alcohol. So there's a Brewheim tasting and brewery lunch that's also on deck for those who don't want to play golf. That's basically from 11 to 1. So you get to go to a brewery and knock yourself out literally and figuratively with the tastings of multiple beers, it sounds like, at a brew house. That also sounds like an awesome time. I wish we could do both, Robbie. I really do. I wish we could do both, but
yeah,
we're going to have to just pick one.
We just might do both anyway.
Yeah, we might show up.
We'll be our 19th hole. That's right.
Yeah. So
it's
Wednesday
at the 37th.
Wednesday, there's a lot of stuff to do. Also, I want to point out too that it's kind of the quiet opening for the trade show, essentially, just because we've got the conversation stations that are set up throughout the venue, where you can go talk to experts, manufacturing reps, different people from different walks of life. If you have any questions, we're going to have all type of experts that are there and available to discuss products, techniques, practices, you name it. So we've got a really good mixed group that's going to be well represented and a wealth of knowledge that's available from 4 till 5:30 p.m. Again, this is on Wednesday, February 18th. And then the thing that I'm probably most excited about, and Laura, I'd love for you to give a little more granular detail on this, are not only the new members reception, because I always love that. We make it fun. We encourage new members to come meet each other. We're always trying to get that next generation of leadership and professionals within the industry, empowered and very comfortable, and get them to know each other, because there's folks from all over North America at this event. So great opportunity there. But at 5:00 to 5:30, we are going to have a Women of the NPC meeting, which I'm really excited about. I think it's such a long overdue effort to really put together events and different curriculums specifically for women in the industry in all facets. It's a male dominated industry, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's just how it's always been. And I think it's long overdue, and it's time to really put some things forward that are more women focused and women specific. And I'm excited that the NPC has really taken a lead on that and putting together a really quality curriculum and starting to get some really positive and productive things going there. So Laura, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love it. I'm excited about it. This is something that is obviously close to me, because as being a woman in the industry, I mean, this is a man's industry. We are definitely the minority, but I think we bring a special something to the table, right? So yeah, exactly, right? So you look in the boardroom, you look in the committees, like we're intermingled throughout. You'll see us women, and I think we're coming in strong. So I think that it's really great that we be there for each other and support each other and help to promote the growth in the industry. And I think that a big part of that is by incorporating this event in our conference. And so this year, actually, I do want to mention that the schedule is incorrect. It's going to be from 5 to 6 p.m.
Good.
Because with the Women of the Industry is going to be a little bit longer than the new member, which is going to be right after, and that'll be a half hour long. And we're going to get it all updated. It'll be updated shortly on the website and everything. But we're also going to have a speaker this year at our Women of the NPC event. And yours truly has been convinced to stand up on stage and, talk to the ladies about what it's been like for me and my experiences and being in the pool industry and getting involved in the NPC. And I will be the incoming chair in 2026. So I'm really excited about that.
Well, this is a real exciting event that we have coming, because this is when Laura does get sworn in as the new chair of the National Plasterers Council. We're really excited.
We're warming her up right before.
Yeah. Yep.
Remember, when you raise your right hand to say "I state your name," don't actually say your name. Yeah. So Wednesday evening. That's awesome. I'm so glad. That's a lot to pack in a half an hour. I think that's the best call. It deserves at least an hour, right? So I think that's a really good schedule change there. That's going to facilitate the needs of the event. But and then basically Wednesday ends with a early evening to 9:30 p.m. opening reception. Always a blast. Whatever tickles your fancy. If you want great food, it's there. If you want, have a cocktail and just mingle, that's there. If you want to hunker in and talk shop, it's all there. It's just whatever you want. I'm assuming this is going to be poolside. Typically, that's what it is, weather permitting. I'm sure the weather is going to be beautiful there. So yeah, that's always one of the best ways to kick off this event. Again, it's low stress. It's not uptight. It's not fussy. It's just enjoy the activities of the day, whether you're golfing or just there to meet, to understand what we can do to provide, better resources for females in the industry collectively, whether you want to meet new people within the NPC. Again, whether you want to take a class, it all roles lead to the reception that night, and it's just a nice way to wrap up the day one. Thursday, February 19th.
Yeah, we got to think. Hold up.
Yep.
We got to definitely think NPT, because they always throw such a great party for the NPT.
I'd be remiss. You're right.
For the opening reception for the NPC, and really the nod this year is people are going to find out. We're going to talk about it here in a minute, but we have put so much effort and energy into the Spanish language classes and all those things. So we found it appropriate, and the party's going to be kind of Spanish Latino themed. We got a mariachi band that's going to be walking around jamming out. I'm sure we're going to have some Mexican fare for food and stuff like that. And really, again, the opening reception, if you haven't been out and about the days before, it's really when everybody first comes together at the conference. You're getting to network with the people you haven't seen for a year or maybe longer or whatever. And you can't miss that reception. Even if you just make a stop by, I think you're going to find it invaluable and really get your week started off right if you're just arriving.
100%. Yep. And thank you for that, calling that out. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the amazing sponsorship, longtime sponsorship of NPT, which is now, by the way, National Pool Trends. They've done an evolution of their name. Yes. So maybe we should have them on the show to talk about that. So yeah, after that, it's just a great kickoff day. And then Thursday's just chock full of whatever you want, right? It's really the day of education. But I highly recommend you go to the website to nationalplasterscouncil.com, check out the schedule, look at all of the classes. I think there's almost 20 some classes when you look at it. There's just whatever you want. There's educational tracks, but let's also not forget there's a silent auction that kicks off that day. There's breaks throughout the day too, because I can personally attest, I can't stand going to a conference where they schedule your entire day from 7 a.m. until 9 o'clock at night. It's the worst, right? There's plenty of breaks. The schedule is very, very accommodating. You know, we're talking about people on the West Coast that maybe are originally from the East Coast, like Robbie. 3-hour difference will catch up to you. The day is not cumbersome. The schedule is not overbearing. And that's another thing that I really like about the events and the way this is set up. So again, education is on Thursday. Is there anything else I'm missing on Thursday? Anything else? Something like, I don't know. Is there any auction or anything?
Well, auction, there's always auction. Yeah. Auction happens on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Laura might know a little about that, maybe.
Little bit. So we've got a ton of great items that have been donated by our members and for sale. So it's a great mix of industry items, fun items, trips that you can we've got multiple trips this year. So lots of cool stuff, trips. Something for everybody.
Yeah, we're giving away more than what trips?
Well,
I hear Shilly might be offering his place.
Two different places. So he's got his condo out at the Lake of the Ozarks, which is at the lake.
Ozarks. And
then there's a cabin out in Branson. And I think that's more of like a cabin-ish wilderness type of excursion. So
that's awesome.
It looks pretty cool though.
Yeah, it's right up my alley.
Absolutely.
Robbie will be bidding, folks.
I will be the lowest bidder. Let's be clear.
That's right. Yeah, and the auction continues, and it carries us over into Friday as well. And again, Friday's kind of a repeat. The conversations will be running all day. We've got more educational tracks throughout the day, basically starting at 8:45, and in different tranches, they run throughout the day all the way till 3 o'clock. So Friday, Thursday and Friday are more like, okay, we've had our fun. Now it's time to get in, network, and learn, right? Like let's really kind of roll up our sleeves and not in an exhausting way either. Pick some classes, go to them, soak it all up, digest it, chill out at night. It's just a really well set up event. And Friday kind of culminates as we kind of walk you to the conclusion of the 37th annual conference. In the exhibitor reception.
Well, Chris, real quick.
Yeah.
I keep calling out. You're passing over great stuff, man. So there's classes I think they can't miss. And again, I want to reiterate the Spanish in Espanol, right? So
Espanol.
There's a 1L. Well, first of all, there's a 1L cement research finding.
Yes.
Our stuff has concluded. Our research has concluded. You're going to have the two smartest guys in the room for sure up in front of the class, telling folks in that class, a synopsis of what we found and what that means for us as the NPC, what it means for the industry as a whole. We heard quite a bit in our meetings and we're going to give some more of that information too in our general session. But that's a class you might want to go to. You might want to know what's going on and what's to come, and start learning what you might need to prepare yourself for.
Yeah.
The Spanish, there's 6 classes in Spanish taught and led by Spanish educators. And I mean, this is unprecedented. We did a few last year, but these are pre-built out classes. They're things that people have always showed interest in that maybe couldn't understand. And again, the commitment was made to make it available to a big part of our industry is Spanish speaking. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out and how that continues to grow for us. And then, of course, you can't miss. There's several roundtables throughout the week.
Yep.
And I think those are always somewhat invaluable. You got just some of the icons of the industry sitting up there, and what you ask, they answer. So come and think about what you want to know. See who those people are at the table. Maybe you want to know about their business or how they've done things. Again, that happens everywhere, right? In the hallways and at the bar, at the breakfast table. But this is a good way. You got them on stage, and you can benefit yourself and everybody in the room.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention those.
And it's a great call out. You can tell who unfortunately missed the meeting last week. It's the guy wearing the Mickey Mouse ears. So I want to
another great
go ahead, Laura.
Yeah. We're sweating.
Sorry, another great class that you're not going to want to miss is going to be the NPC Pro app startup class, right?
Yes.
Where we are going to teach about how to use the NPC app to do your startups and how this app is going to be life-changing for you and your business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I just had a homeowner come in yesterday, and she's looking at interior finishes, and she's like, so is there anything else I need to know? And I'm like, yes, absolutely. You need to download this app right now. And I kind of walked her through it, and she's like, this is so great. And I'm like, why doesn't everybody know about this? We need to get the word out there. So I think it's great. We're going to incorporate that in the conference as well.
Yeah, there's a whole evolution to that app now that it's been a long time coming that we're very excited about. And that class is going to put that app in your hands and make it invaluable. If you're doing startups, you're going to want to know about how to use this tool. It's amazing, and it kind of closes the door. Everything's recorded, everything's reportable. You can say, here, homeowner, here's everything that I did, and it's right there done for you. And you're just using the tool to get there, and it's easily done. So that's exciting, Laura. I'm glad you brought that one up because that's a lot of work went into that one.
Agreed. No, I think great spotlights too. And again, if you look at when the final class schedule is up, and we're still a few months away here, but the fact that we've got it narrowed down and we know for the most part what the schedule is going to look like. These are just a few of the ones that we're most excited about. But one thing I'd like to point out too is it's not a cookie cutter repurposing of the same schedule over and over and over again. At the NPC, it's the folks and the team that really put together the conference schedule and the educational tracks really challenge themselves to bring new material and to bring the latest material. And again, these curriculums aren't going to be a manufacturer that's disguising selling product as a class, because that's a bad habit that this industry gets into. This is real data backed, and these are real insights and legitimate insights to the best practices and the real science and the real data that drives the best possible performance out there in the industry. So keep that in mind. That's what's really the DNA of the NPC educational curriculum. That's great. That's great. And so all the education opportunities that are out there, take advantage of them. And then it kind of comes to a culmination with the exhibitor reception on that last Friday. It doesn't go super late, which is awesome, because a lot of receptions like this, a lot of trade shows are going to run late. You still have your whole evening ahead of you. I think it's from 3:15 to 6:30-ish. So 3 hours to come see a very, very concentrated, quality, appropriate for the venue group of manufacturers that are there that you can have access to, these different suppliers and manufacturers, and you can talk specifically about the needs. You can see their their latest and greatest technologies and innovations that they have out on display. So it's just an awesome time to get intimate and really have some good food, have a drink or two, and just relax and see what's new. Kind of get a sneak peek at a show in a very intimate setting too, with the manufacturer's latest line. So, and that kind of brings it up. And in my opinion, that just kind of starts things, because then if you time it right, you can have a whole extended weekend at Disney or do whatever you want to do, because here you are, you're already there on a Friday night. You might as well take it into the weekend and make a little vacation out of it. But that's really why this show really, really matters, and why it's so special, and why this conference has been so successful and grown every year for 37 years in a row. It's got, in my opinion, the strongest technical education offerings in the entire industry, right? It might not be the biggest, but when it comes to the specifics of the channel that we're talking about within the industry, it's by far the strongest. This huge Spanish curriculum expansion, I mean, it's unprecedented, right? It's like, to Brent's point, there's six different classes that are now in Spanish, right? Yeah. I mean, that's unheard of.
Or call it 7 with the certification. I mean,
that's what so it's 7. Yeah, I don't want to sell us one short. It's 1 plus 6, right? So that's a huge expansion, right? And this isn't just a chat GPT conversion of a PowerPoint from English to Spanish. These are Spanish instructors that are fluent, that are speaking and teaching at the highest level. So unprecedented, and it's really exciting that the benchmark has been raised so high by the NPC. And what you get out of this education too is real world problem solving from the experts to the experts, right? Again, there's not an agenda. It's not a company trying to sell you a service or sell you a product or anything like that. This is just best practices by the best practitioners out there, right? So that's one of the cool things about it. There's not an agenda. It's all about just elevating this portion of the industry. And of course, the networking is next level. It's just an easy time to go out there, meet folks like Rob Romano. You can find him by the cigar smoke Halloween from him wherever he goes. But it is. You'll meet people, people you never thought you'd meet. Somebody from Albuquerque, New Mexico is going to be rubbing elbows with someone from Nashville, Tennessee, right? And talking about their unique experiences and their unique solutions and their challenges, and sharing this. And it's all about cross-pollinating best practices, right? Because ultimately this is the industry's best chance to learn, share ideas, and essentially level up your craft when it comes to all things plaster. So I think I've spoken enough. I'll turn it back over to you guys, Brent, and if there's any final ideas or spotlights you want to throw on something, please, by all means, do so.
Yeah, it looks like Laura does.
I just want to point out that we also have opportunities to go to conference absolutely free, right? So if you participate in the Flex Your Finish contest on social media, we choose a winner every month, and the winner earns a free conference registration. So, I mean, all of this fun stuff you can come and experience, and you get to in for free. So, I mean, win-win, right? Like, why not? Like, let's do it. So participate, get free advertising for your company and have an opportunity to win a free conference.
That is a win-win-win-win, I think. That's a 4-time winner.
Yeah, I think right now we have 11, 12. We'll have 13 people coming to this conference because they participated, in a contest. So
absolutely,
at least one person from our company will be free.
Yeah, one person.
At least one. Yeah,
you gotta make that clear.
Yes,
we're good. We're not that good.
No. Yeah, one person from each company, not the whole company.
Yeah, so check out.
I can see it now.
Post your stuff. Use the hashtag FlexYourFinish and tag the NPC in it, and there's your opportunity to win. So,
well, I tell everybody, you've heard it here. Watch social media. Call any of us. I'm sure we'd love to talk to you about the fun stuff we're going to be doing. But NPC, National Plaster Council springboard.com. You go there. You can go on the early bird, like we had shared before, January 19th. If you do it by then, you're going to get a discount. If you're a member, you're going to get a discount. So use your membership and come to a great event and learn more with your fellow plasterers and compadres out there in the world. Spanish speaking, we actually had, and I forgot to mention this, I think we're going to put them out simultaneously. We had our Spanish contingent. They did their own promotion of the conference in Spanish. So I'm very excited that that's going to be out there, hopefully drawing in that crowd for all the great things that we're doing for them. I'm not sure what else to say other than come join us. I think you'll love it, and we'd love to see you. Everybody, thank you so much for being on today. I appreciate it, and we'll talk to you soon.
We will see you. Yeah, we'll see you in Anaheim.